Hello Aluxers, isn't it an amazing time for the Sunday motivational video? It's hard to boil success down to only 15 rules, but we took all of our experience and decided to take a swing at it. Success means different things for different people. For some, it might be getting a job you've always wanted. For others, running your own business. For some more, it might be living a simple, happy life, while others enjoy the intricacies and challenges the world presents. To put it simply, success means turning your desires into reality. Most people still get it wrong, though. Success isn't a destination. You don't set your goal on being successful. Instead, you can become really good at something as a result, and in the eyes of others, you'll be seen as successful. Success is a side benefit of winning the game you're playing. This is a crucial difference that those of you who like to skip the intro of these videos will likely miss. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. With that made clear, here's our take on 15 rules of success. Number 1. Have a vision and a plan, or all you'll be left with are dreams. People who don't know where they want to go get swept up in the current and their lives are no longer theirs. Other people will choose for you who you are, what you do, what you like, whom you marry, what you do with your spare time, and more, until there's nothing left of the person you once thought you were. If you want to be successful, you need a North Star. You need to have a target, a clear goal which all of your efforts are focused on. Number 2. If you don't ask, the answer is no. This point gets expanded to you miss every opportunity you don't go for. Here's why this rule is so important. In almost all cases, even if you don't get the answer you wanted, the default result is your current state. You're not losing anything but a bit of time, and considering your current reality, you've got plenty of that. In gambling terms, this is called a free roll, which translates to, although there's a small chance you get it, there's no downside to trying. Here's the real secret behind it. It's a numbers game. When we were starting out, everyone told us it's unlikely we'll ever make it because 9 out of 10 businesses fail. Our answer was simple: we'll just build 10 businesses. It didn't take 10 times, but what became Alux was our 4th try. You only need to get it right once and your life changes. Number 3. 80% done now is better than 100% never. We're all perfectionists, which is why not that much gets done. People obsess about the littlest of things and get stuck in the process to the point where they just abandon the entire effort. The world is better off with little value put out than it is without any of it. Your job is to get the value out as soon as possible. This teaches you more about the world, about yourself, than anything else. Take our Sunday motivational videos, for example. We could have easily spent another full month working on this video alone, doing more animations, polishing the graphics, but 80% of the value lies in the information. The presentation is good enough for you to get the value. Everything else is just a decoration. Don't get us wrong, decoration is fun and awesome, but people want the cake, not the candles you put on top. If you want to be successful, you have to stop self-sabotaging. It will never be perfect. Get out there and build on top of the feedback you have. In the tech space, this is called a minimum viable product, or MVP. It's the first generation, a bare-bones version that's good enough for people to use. Good enough when you need it is always better than perfect but too late. Number 4. Time will pass anyway. You might as well use it. Everybody thinks they have time, so they think they can afford to waste it. Reality hits you hard when you realize time is picking up speed as you progress in life. Can you believe how fast the first half of this year has passed? What about how quickly the past 10 years have passed? Time will pass anyway, so 5 years from now, you might as well have your degree, your business, or the career you want. The choices you're making right now determine where you'll be 10 years from now. If you want to be successful later on, make the choices today that allow you to get there in the future. Number 5. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. If you want to be successful, sorry to break it to you, but you can't escape the hard work requirement. As much as you're trying to play the game, to find shortcuts, at one point or another you'll find yourself facing that track and you'll have to run that race yourself. You're smart. You probably think you can find a cheat code to winning this with less effort than anyone else. Well, you found it. This list right here is all the value we've managed to find in our own race and bring it all together. We're serving you the best of the best on a silver platter, and even here, hard work is still on the menu. People will help motivate you. Some will cheer you on. Some will help you overcome obstacles along your journey. But this is your journey and they have theirs. If you've chosen to swim in the deep waters of uncertainty, risk, and reward, you better start swimming because there's no guarantee a lifeguard will show up in time. Take ownership of your present and the future. This is one of the first lessons we realized when we began meditating. The fact we are so much in control of our destiny that it's great to have valuable people around you, but unless you're solid on your own feet, you're unlikely to break through to the next level. We distilled this type of mindset and realization in our Mind Mastery premium experience available for purchase at Alux.com/meditation. It's a 21-day challenge where you can learn the valuable skill of meditation and how to use your mind to come up with creative solutions to the problems you're facing on the daily. We know $250 is a lot for some of you, but a single idea from that course can grow into millions. Go to Alux.com/meditation, go through the entire experience, and if by the end you still think you didn't get your money's worth, we will issue a full refund under our 60-day guarantee. That's how much we believe in it. Number 6. Be grateful for what you have, but you should always want more. This is something people have said to us. You've done so much, you have enough, you should take a break. Not once, but on numerous occasions. Here's the thing about that. There's no limit to how much good you can do. The more you work, the more opportunity to help you have. Why would you take a break when you're winning and your work is helping you and those around you to live a better life? People grow up with this mindset of limited resources, like the pie is finite. For them, if you take 2 slices of pie, there isn't much left for everyone else. What these people don't understand is, there was no pie initially, I baked it myself. I know how to bake pies. Actually, I've been making more than one pie and giving these out to other people, so let me eat my slice of pie in peace, Karen. Live life appreciating what you have. Be grateful for the good life you're living right now. Although it might not feel like it, it can always get worse, so be grateful. It's more than okay to want to get to the next level, to want to experience more than your current reality. There are levels to the things you can do in life, how many people you can help, and the impact you can have. Your job now is to figure out how far you can go in this game. You want to be successful? Be grateful for what you have, but play the game the best way you can. What's your high score, Aluxers? Number 7. Success comes as a result of putting order into chaos. If you're living in chaos, the likelihood of success is left to chance, and by now we both know that luck is not a strategy. Every successful individual has become successful by putting order into chaos. That's what solving problems actually is. Problems are chaotic. This illness is freaking everyone out and we don't know what to do. Then someone comes along and solves this problem through medical innovations. The chaos is turned into order because we are now in control of the chaos. That's what you have to do in life. Find chaos and give it order. This entire piece is about the rules of success and what you can do today to increase your chances of success. How chaotic is your life right now? Take a look around you. How clean is your room? What about your house, your car? How clear are your goals? How orderly is your life? The mind cannot focus in a chaotic environment because it's distracted by all the noise. You want to put order into your life? Start small. Clean your room, make your bed, empty your phone, create a to-do list for everything that's been stressing you out and you know you should get done. This to-do list is the first step toward bringing in some order. Then, do the things you write on the list. Once you're done, you won't believe how powerful you feel. You've just taken control over your life. This notion of order and chaos will spread throughout your life. Keep your word. Be on time. This drops down the level of chaos into predictable order. Nobody likes people who try to bring in their chaos into your life, so try not to be one of them. You want to be successful? Put some order in your chaos. Number 8. Hardships are life's way of testing how badly you want it. Sometimes life throws some big roadblocks your way. To keep up with the previous metaphor, think of them very much like a boss fight in a video game. When things get hard, life is testing you to see what you're made of and if you're ready for growth or not. The fact you've come this far and now are facing this should tell you you're on the right path. Hardships are just opportunities for you to evolve. It's hard because you're not strong enough, not ready enough to overcome it, but that's exactly why you need to face it. The process of overcoming it will force you to grow, to be more than you currently are. Hardships are part of everyone's journey, but here's how we think about them. Every time you encounter a problem, life is testing you to see if you're worthy of what's beyond it. Most people will not be able to overcome it, so they won't get the prize. This is what they mean when they say 9 out of 10 businesses will fail. That one that survives is the one worthy of the prize. Never be faced by obstacles, hardships, or uncomfortable problems that you have to solve, for once you do, you'll have proven yourself worthy. You want to be successful? Overcome the problem ahead of you. Number 9. Wake up with purpose. An important rule of success has to do with your mornings and the way you organize your day. People of purpose usually wake up early. Why? Because they need more time to do the things they know will push the needle further. The moment you begin waking up with purpose, with a clear and actionable goal in mind, you're no longer lingering through life. You need to have a purpose. Not a wish, not a dream, a purpose. I woke up today to get this done, and I will not go to bed until I do it. How many of you have had no idea what to do these days? How many of you feel that lack of direction in your life? How many of you want someone to hold their hand and walk them toward the things they feel they need? This is because you are lacking purpose right now. A clear purpose defines clear steps and actions you need to take. There's no longer a confusion of what you should be doing next. You don't complain or procrastinate when you have a purpose. People have survived wars, labor camps, the darkest evils because of the purpose of seeing their family one more time. And you think you just can't stop watching Twitch streamers. You want to be successful? Find your purpose. Number 10. Monetize your passion. You've heard it in so many different ways, like, find a job you like and you'll never work a day in your life. Okay. But despite this being one of the most well-known rules of success, a quick glance at society reveals a brutal truth. Everybody who's super successful has leveraged this rule in their favor. Everyone we look up to has figured out how to monetize their passion. Everybody else is crying themselves to sleep. But Alux, sit down, Stanley. There's no one in the world who's actually passionate about accounting or their second job at the DMV, so shut it. Here's where things get interesting. There are so many people in the world that, statistically speaking, someone has already figured this out before you. Even better, you probably already know them because you've naturally gravitated toward them. Your passion has worked on your behalf. Just study them and figure out how they've managed to monetize and slowly begin to follow in their footsteps. Nobody in their right mind would keep going for this long without a payout, unless you're having fun and are passionate about what you're doing. Here's a cheat sheet to monetize anything. Figure out these 4 and you're golden. 1. Figure out if it's going to be a product or a service. 2. Figure out how much you're going to charge. 3. Figure out how you're going to reach people. And 4. Figure out how you're going to take their money. Although these 4 might sound like it's one thing, they require different types of expertise. By the time you solve these 4 puzzles, you're already winning. The world is changing fast, and people are trading working in corporations for setting up a one-person business that allows them the freedom they want. The best book we read on this is Company of One by Paul Jarvis. It's an easy read signaling a culture shift that's happening right now. The book is $15 on Amazon, but if you go to Alux.com/freebook and this is the first time you sign up, you can get Company of One for free as an audiobook thanks to our friends at Audible. If you want to be successful, you need to find a way to enjoy making money. Otherwise, you're just slaving away, living for the weekend. Number 11. Find people who are walking the same direction as you and walk together. A major rule of success comes from the people you associate with. We've always said that you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Are they successful? You're probably successful yourself. Are they losers? Guess what? You're probably also a loser. When it comes to hunting for goals and success, it's a lot easier to hunt in packs, to motivate each other, to call yourselves out on your bullshit and be there if the situation requires it. There's an old African proverb that goes like this: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. No matter how strong you think you are, unless you build a team, surround yourself with people going the same way you are, you're going to burn out, be taken away by the current, and eventually drown. Nobody is truly self-made. We all sought out help along the way. You want to be successful? Find people who are just as hungry to eat as you are, and then start hunting with them. Number 12. Where your focus is, that's where your reality follows. We couldn't be talking about the rules of success without mentioning one of the most important ones. Your focus determines your destiny. How do you spend your time? What are you doing every day? Toward what does your attention go? Be honest with yourself. Where is it really going? That's why your reality is the way. If you want your life to change, you first have to change yourself. For some reason, people want the change without making any changes. How is that supposed to work? You've probably heard that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Are you getting the results you want? If yes, good, keep doing what you're doing. But if you're not, you better reevaluate yourself, because the future is just around the corner and you, my friend, aren't ready for it. If you want to be successful, learn to focus your efforts in the right direction. Number 13. For your life to be more than what it is, you need to be more than what you are. We wanted to expand on the previous point because it's crucial to your future. We're not going to sugarcoat it for you. There are tiers to life. There are experiences, places, people, events which you all will never be able to access with your current condition. Let me simplify it for you. Everybody wants to date a supermodel, but nobody wants to work hard enough to be in a position to date a supermodel. Everybody wants their partner to be amazing at everything, but they themselves are mediocre at best. Everyone wants to create incredible memories, but very few are willing to put in the effort to get there. The more you develop personally, the more doors open for you. And guess what? Behind those doors, there are other rooms you didn't even know existed. Life has this strange way to give us what we want, but people never ask for more. And that's what's meant when people say, invest in yourself. Use your time, money, and resources to develop, to grow, to experiment, to learn to become more than what you are. You first have to put in the work and then the awards will follow. It's not the other way around. Number 14. Success is the result of managing existing resources efficiently. Here's the truth. Life is a strategy game. You get a limited amount of resources to start. You have time, a little money, and just a few tools at your disposal. You're consuming this on a device, so you might have more than you think you do. You have to make choices. Where should your resources go? Now, before you wipe off the Cheeto dust from your fingers and start ranting about people being born rich and how unfair life is, just know there are many people who started with way less than you did and by your age have achieved way more. So check yourself. Everybody has their own pace. Everyone gets dealt a different starting hand. Maybe you got lucky and were born in a decent family with decent opportunities at your doorstep. But maybe you didn't. Maybe life was hard to you in the beginning and maybe it still is. But you can give up or play the game since you're already in it. You're smart. Look around you. You paid with money and time to purchase these things you're surrounded by. So ask yourself, how can I use these things to get myself more time and more money? We did the work for you. If you click in the top right corner, you can go to our video 15 businesses you can start with little to no money. All of them depend on your ability to use very limited resources, but to put in the work. Your problem isn't that you don't have the best resources, it's that you're too lazy to use the ones you do have. Number 15. Success is the sum of small actions repeated daily. For our last rule of success, we have to go back to an Alux staple. You've not only heard us say this time and time again, but you've seen us live it. For years, we've been putting in the hard work to get one of these videos out every single day. Think about it. It takes researchers, editors, narrators, graphic designers, and more to get a single one of these videos out there, and we've managed to do it consistently with a quality we can be proud of. This has been a driving force behind our success. You can't go to the gym once and expect a six-pack. That's why all those habit books are so popular. It's the little things you do every day that add up to those big results. Now, what do you really want to achieve in the foreseeable future? What's one thing that if you did every day for 1,000 days, that would definitely get you there? Don't rush it because it's important. Once you find it, do that and don't stop. A 1,000-day challenge to win at life. Are you in or nah? If you want to be successful, you have to know the rules of success, and you just went through all of them. Which raises the question, Aluxers, which one clicked with you the most? We're super interested to know which one sparked an idea in your mind. Let us know in the comments. And as a thank you for watching this video until the end, as the real true Aluxer you are, you deserve a bonus, and that bonus is be kind. And be kind consistently. Actually make an effort to be kind and give back. This is one of the biggest mysteries in our life. Call it karma, call it the universe, call it the law of attraction, call it whatever you want to call it. But every time we gave to someone else, it came back tenfold. We're not even joking. People say charity should be done in silence, but for the past 10 years, we've provided food for the elderly, for those less fortunate. We've donated over 50% of our clothes. We've donated money. During the pandemic, we've provided bags of everything they would possibly need to give to every grandma and grandpa we know, even if it wasn't our own, so they didn't have to go themselves to buy supplies, groceries, and food. Honestly, we've been doing it for selfish reasons. It makes us feel really good giving to others. It's like a high you get when you're doing good, and it's almost addictive. Maybe you don't think you have enough to give, or you're not feeling generous, and that's okay as well. There are other things you can do. It literally costs nothing to not be an asshole. Here's a golden nugget. A couple of years ago, we made a concept called kindness arbitrage that to this day is a very active part of our lives. Kindness arbitrage is when it costs you a little, but you're getting a big result for somebody else. We've mentioned grandmas, or your parents for that matter. A 15-minute phone call with your grandma is costing you 15 minutes, but you're going to make her week because she hasn't heard from you in a long time. $200 for us is honestly not that much money, but for a family that's struggling to provide food or toys for their kids during the holidays, it's a game changer. There are little acts of kindness that go such a long way, and the trade is always worth it. Just look at the way you live. You're blessed to have so much it almost feels weird. If you've made it this far, we're proud of you. We're sure this last point got you thinking about how you can use this kindness arbitrage in your own life. We promise you it doesn't even come back in material form. It'll just be worth it. Mix it with the rules of success we mentioned on the list, and you'll have everything you need. When answering today's question, make sure to write ROS in the comments. It stands for Rules of Success, and that way we know you've read all 16 of them and didn't just skim through to the end. Good on you, Aluxer. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.